Greetings, groovy people. Welcome to the channel. This is the self-proclaimed Blue Dragon, and we're still on the road, trying to get home. I've had unavoidable personal business with my parents, so this week's video is just finishing up the Dark Horse Act 7 cover in Photoshop CS5. You can see last week's video by clicking up in the upper right-hand corner. Dark Horse, and therefore this video targets an adult audience. The free not safe for work webcomic can be found at any of the links down in the description. I really am not too prepared to have a discussion this week since this whole trip has been exceedingly stressful for obvious reasons. The lack of concern or serious caution that so many in the Midwest and the West have regarding the coronavirus more than a little worries me. We've been trying to be careful. We've been very nervous about other people's carelessness, but we're being careful. But I guess that's not why people watch these videos, so I'm just gonna kind of ramble about whatever. This is probably going to be very, very boring for most of you. I also have to keep my voice down because we did get in here pretty late and I can't talk at the top of my lungs, so I'll try to keep the music down, and I am sorry that I'm talking so softly. God, this whole month has been awful, you guys. We should be back to business next week. I plan to finish up the How to Print Your Comic series, so please expect and tune in for the conclusion of that. I'll be walking you through how to get your copyright by doing my own copyright, US copyright. I don't know how to do it internationally, and I do apologize for any of my international viewers out there. I've been working on the last few pages of Dark Horse Act 4 of the revamp. We should be home tomorrow, so I'll be expediting 5 pages of that chapter. It's almost complete. And I'll be uploading them to my personal website, the crystallotuschronicles.com, as well as immediately sharing those with my patrons. And they will also be going up on Webtoons on Wednesday. So I'll be a little ahead of the game for that. I've had to put Act 7 on pause for now, just for the duration of this trip, because I'm not in a place to be able to do 5 pages of Act 4 as well as Act 7. I'm going to talk a bit about Act 7 now, so if you don't want any semi-spoilers, please click ahead to the timestamp that's in the floating text now. Okay, so Act 6 left off with something of a cliffhanger as Kana finally awoke, her powers in her desperation wishing to save Rin. But if you're reading the comic on Comic Fury, if you're reading Dark Horse over there, you may have noticed that the chapter starts out at Kana's house and not over at Mia's house. I'm trying to make sure that I pay attention to the story, and I'm using different, storytelling techniques besides just a linear point A to point B type of storytelling. So for now, we're jumping ahead to that evening, and it's unclear whether or not Kana was able to access her powers to save Rina. She's awoken, but we don't know yet what happened. We will find out very soon what's going on, but for now I wanted to give a little context to some of the events taking place in Kana's life, while also drawing a comparison between Rin and Kana's parents. We're going to see that Kana and Rina have very different upbringings and therefore very different relationships to their parents. Oh, and to reinforce that this comic begins in the late 1990s, we get to see the telephone on the wall also. Like, we legit had one just like it for the longest time until my parents changed from a rotary phone to a touch dial. But I mean, even though the technology existed, people don't always get, the newest gadgets. So, a lot of times people have older technology just kind of hanging around their house. Anyway, once Act 4 of the revamp finishes up, which will be pretty soon here, I'm going to be taking a break from the revamp, just a short one, and I will be focusing on getting some more of the Act 7 pages done. Barring any more unexpected stuff with my family, it was important business. So, I mean, I needed to see them anyhow, but if it wasn't something that was important, we wouldn't have gone at this time. But barring any more unexpected things, I should be able to get quite a bit done. I've been very motivated, and I've been having a lot of fun drawing these pages, especially in Act 4, but I've been super excited to be getting into Act 7. This is an act that I've been waiting for quite a while, so hopefully I'll be able to get a bit done. But I'm going to start wrapping up this video. Anyone reading Dark Horse on either my main website or Webtoons, or if you're one of my patrons and you're seeing the pages early, those that I completed last week will be redone. The screen toning will be redone because my phone was not able to give me the detail that I prefer once I transferred it into Photoshop. I just could not get the lines to not be pixelated. So once I'm home, I'm going to go ahead and scan those inked pages in, and I will be redoing just the screen toning. The text and everything is going to remain the same. The story's not changing. They just look a bit like shit right now, so I will be fixing that. Lastly, just some updates. I've got the shop updated on my Crystal Lotus Chronicles website. My partner did that for me, which I really appreciate. He is awesome. It no longer looks like a degenerate GeoCities website. Those of you who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. There's also a nice Redbubble advertisement at the bottom of the page, and I will be adding new designs and stuff to Redbubble. I just really... this year has been very kind of a mixture between productive and unproductive, but I've got so much to do on my list, and I'm only one person, and my partner's been helping, but you know, he's got his own projects that he needs to work on, so I'll be getting to it, and when I do have that updated, I will let you guys know here. Dark Horse will always be free online, but if you'd like to support the channel, I've got Patreon, Subscribestar, Ko-fi, all that stuff. The links are down in the description. Of course, you're not obligated to do so. I still like to do these videos, but if you feel like doing that, it's down in the description. If you don't want to do any of that, I also appreciate a like, sub, and doing the bell thing. That's cool. That's far out and solid. No word of Wednesday this week. No question of the week because I'm just too tired, you guys. I'm sorry. I know these videos are lackluster, but I have a responsibility. I hold myself accountable, so I want to make sure that I post every week, and I do apologize for the lack of quality in this week's video, even worse than some of my other videos, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, that stuff will be back probably next week. If you have any questions or anything, please feel free to drop a comment below. You know, I really hope all of you out there are keeping safe and being responsible and caring about your fellow human beings. It seems many people in this nation are getting quite nasty, so please be better than that. I mean, if you're watching these videos, you are, I'm sure, but, you know, please be better than that. Love your neighbors, love yourself, and love your community. It's not all about the individual, it's about all of us. Because the individual can't have a good quality of life if the whole doesn't, and vice versa. So just keep that in mind. That's my public service announcement. Be kind to each other. Isn't that awful? That's setting the low, I mean, that's just really setting the bar low. Be nice, isn't it? You guys can do that. I know you can. Anyway, I really hope the best for you all, and thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Seriously. Peace and love. Fare you well, and keep on trucking.